Wait. Ooh, rewind the tape.
What an intro.
Yeah. Solid intro, 9 out of 10. Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Wait, Rewind the Tape with me, Natalie.
And me, Ruth, wondering why you are speaking like that.
Like what?
With me, Natalie.
Okay, way to make me feel self-conscious right from the get-go.
You've never spoken like that in the years I have known you. What was that?
Well, maybe
Oh my God.
Maybe
Is
it
that
was
you enthusiastic? And I've just ruined it.
And you've never heard me enthusiastic before. Could be, yeah. Maybe I was at a ball game. Maybe I was doing like a ball game announcer voice.
Okay, I like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Stick with it. It's hilarious.
And it's quite appropriate because this week our film is How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
I thought you were going to forget.
I know. I did have to stop myself and remember that it is not How to Get Away with Murder or 10 Things I Hate About You.
Yeah. Or isn't it? Because
I mean, yeah.
They're all literally the same.
Okay.
I don't remember this film being like, sorry to jump straight in. I don't remember this film being exactly like She's All That. Like She's All That with a twist for adults.
It's like She's All That, but they grew up and got jobs.
And spoiler alert, it wasn't their dream jobs, dumbasses.
And also, Lainey is also playing a game. She also has a side bet going on. And not
Lainey's
a side bet,
an actual bet.
Yeah. Lainey's doing an art gallery piece, and the subject matter is Zach Seiler.
She fucking would. Anyway, sorry.
Anyway, so I wrote a lot of notes. It worries me that this is what I write notes on. Like this is the extent, and it's not. And I did not do this for any of the more kind of serious, hard-hitting, good things. I think
I think that our genre is kind of like shitty rom-coms. That's where we thrive.
I think it's because there's more like
just more outrageous things happen.
And then in the context of this is what I was growing up with. This explains a lot.
So much. Oh my God, so much.
Yeah.
That was one of my notes.
Yeah, mine too. I don't know if you've seen them. Okay, viewers, if you haven't watched How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, it is a 2003 cult classic, shall we say? Classic? It's not a classic. It's a 2003 film starring Matthew McConaughey and Kate Hudson.
Sarah Jessica Parker.
I mean, it might as well be. It doesn't matter.
Sorry. I'm sorry. Kate Hudson is hilarious.
She is brilliant.
I normally hate when people have famous parents, but her and Goldie Hawn, when I found out their mother and daughter, they're just
I love Goldie
incredible
Hawn so much.
Yeah, so much. And her daughter's a legend too.
Yeah.
Which is rare. No shade to famous children.
Look, we can put you in the direction of an episode where we talk about famous children and their fan accounts. Can't remember which one it is, but yeah, we went into it.
Oh my God, we did. No, we were talking about weirdos who make film accounts. Oh my God. Anyway.
Yeah, so How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, film about Andy Anderson. It's never Andy. No, it's like, it's absolutely ridiculous because she's called Andy Anderson and he's called Benjamin Barry. Which is just.
Are you serious? They're their names.
Those are their names. Honest to God.
Are they making fun of us? Are they trying to be like, you are dumb?
Absolutely,
you like
they're making fun of us. Yes.
Oh my God. Can we not just enjoy our fluff? in peace.
So Andy is the how-to girl at Popular Women's Magazine Composure. So this is
Not to be
these are
confused with Cosmopolitan.
absolutely not, but exactly the same. Exactly the same. And she writes articles about, well, how-to guides about various different things, appropriating different cultures, and in order to save her friend who has had a humiliating experience, so that the office like goody two shoes / I don't know, annoying mean girl doesn't take the article or take the topic that mocks her good friend, Andy decides that she will take the topic of basically why women are such needy losers and we drive men away.
No, she was showing like, she wanted to say, she was looked at her friend and she was like, you're a mess and you embarrass yourself and you do things no one should ever do when they're dating. So I'm going to take this stereotypical list of terrible, trashy things and I'm going to do them to show you that this is how you actually lose your guy. So it was more of an insult to her friend who for some reason was like, oh my God, thank you.
Which was
Thank you,
weird, but
Mark.
that's what I mean. She takes this, so instead of the person in the office that they don't like, I don't know, doing some kind of article that was, what is it? Really dark.
It was about her
upbeat.
breakup. Oh my God, that was so annoying.
Andy decides, I will crucify my friend, but it will be okay because I'm doing it in the name of love, and it's better that it's me that does this.
Yeah, I'm humiliating myself while humiliating you.
And also every other woman out there. I mean,
I would love to do this. I think we should actually, as soon as it opens up outside, I think we should do this.
But we've already done most of the things that we've put on our list.
But I think we should just do it on purpose this time. So it's not like, oh my God, this is just my personality driving them away.
But I also really didn't, is like, first of all, her friend is Catherine Hahn, who is experiencing a major moment right now. Everybody loves Catherine Hahn, which is great.
She's phenomenal.
She's brilliant, but she just got cast in this role of a bit sad, hopeless woman. Even her apartment is ridiculous. Friend. The really tragic friend who is
me,
a regular, like, not, she's still a slender woman, but she, compared to everybody else, sorry, is that, I didn't want to say thin or like,
no, I was just like, why? Where are you going with this?
Because it's like everybody else comparatively is much thinner, and all the people that are not hopeless are much thinner than she is. So it's like, and here's the hopeless, and then there's a scene where they're all sitting around eating. She's hopeless. Michelle is eating a salad because she basically thinks she's too fat, and that's why she lost a guy, not because of the numerous crazy things that she did.
She was being herself.
I absolutely empathize with Michelle because I have done the same things, and I am also mystified when you have a really lovely time with a man, and after a week when you've been planning your future, suddenly they ghost. I've been there too. So I completely am on Michelle's side, and I get it. But it's just, given that she is a, like I say, a slender woman, but she's then depicted, and not, don't get me wrong, they're not all saying she's fat or anything, but it's just, if they were, it would at least have been less cloaked. Whereas this way, it's just like, oh, here's a slim woman. We're not saying she's fat or anything, but obviously she has to be the hopeless one. Everybody else is much thinner, and they're the ones that are all successful and get things and can eat their burgers and not have any issues, but she has to sit there eating a salad and watching what she eats. It just, I picked up on that a lot, if you can't tell. So
that's a good point. It was a size 0 error.
It really was. Yeah. And just also, how the fuck? Who's believing the fact that that Andy is able to get to Michelle's home before the big morning meeting, and then
she
back in
lives
time?
next to the office. Yeah,
it can't be true. It's not possible. I don't believe it. But there you go. Here we are. Even if she did live right next to the office, her friend is literally in her floral pajamas. It's just whatever. Look at the things that I'm getting fixated on. There's a lot more to talk about this.
Yeah.
Oh, and also just the boss, when she's saying, Andy, you know what, you can write what you want once you've made a name for yourself, but right now you got to write what I want. Like, then why did you make us? Why do we have to do this whole charade where we do a load of breathing, take our shoes off, and pitch you ideas? Just fucking tell me what you want me to do.
Oh, because she doesn't actually have the ideas. They still come up with them. They just have to be in a certain bit. I thought it was funny that the editor came in she was just like every boss you've ever had.
Yeah.
The worst.
Nightmare.
Yeah.
A true nightmare. So anyway, here we are in the big meeting room, and Andy has just pitched her idea of how to lose a guy in 10 days by doing all of the classic tragic woman tropes even. And everybody loves the idea. So she now has to go and just find a man. Oh, if it were only that easy. And again, it made me just think of the days of just going to a bar. And also just the fact that even those days where we did go to bars, and maybe this is a London versus New York thing, and especially an East London thing. Maybe not just an East London thing. I think maybe it's only in West London where you would do this, but just getting dressed up, like putting on a nice dress to go to a bar.
I would like to do that.
Yeah, it would be nice. But then I'd always feel a bit silly putting on a nice dress to go to a bar, because most of the places we would go to were pubs, Go
to a nicer bar.
And
you're right, it is a West London thing, because when the few times I do go out with used to go out with the West London people, it was always dress up a bit more.
Mm.
And there were always more men readily available.
When? In West London?
In West London.
Is that where we should be going? Somewhere we can put a nice frock on and go to...
It depends what you want to do. It depends what kind of night you want to have.
I want to find a guy who has a bet to make a woman fall in love with him in 10 freaking days.
You might. To be honest, I do think that's...
Go on.
Oh, no, you go. I was just going to say, I do think I do think a guy could make me fall in love with him in 10 days.
Absolutely, of course they could.
I mean, I'm the kind of person, I'll fall in love, then I'm out. Then it takes me then you've got to really, 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 really go in for the long haul. But that first 10 days, sweet spot.
Yeah. Get me while it's hot.
Yeah.
What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. Imagine if the film were not How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, but How to Make a Woman Fall in Love with You in 10 Days. It's not catchy. It needs some work, but imagine how...
And it sounds unrealistic.
Different. You're like, yeah, sure, you could lose a guy in 10 days.
Easy. Likewise.
Easy pie. 10, give me 2.
I feel like they came up with the title before they wrote the film. It seems like one of those. It was 2 hours as well. Jesus.
Oh yeah, I had to split it up. I didn't realise. What films are 2 hours long back in the day? Especially films of that
rom-com
kind of caliber.
That's
yeah.
what I'm saying. It was nuts. I was like, why would this be 2 hours? But yeah.
What's the content here? But a lot. you know. A lot can happen.
They kept
in 10
drinking
days.
and the ideas just kept flowing.
Also,
couldn't cut
who
it down.
is, you know, one of the Judies, the one that was in ER, the two women that were pitching for the diamonds that work with
The biracial woman?
Yeah.
She was in ER. I knew her for some
Oh
reason.
God, I was
somewhere.
going to say, who was she in ER? But obviously now you don't know. But she was.
I remember her now.
Yeah. I just
But
can't.
yeah, I don't know who she was.
Anyway, it doesn't
I
matter.
feel like she was, maybe not guess because I'll embarrass myself. But yeah, ER was a great show.
Wasn't it? So good. We definitely touched upon that. So what else happened? Oh, and then what's his face? Benjamin Barry.
I keep wanting to say either Benjamin Franklin or Benjamin Button. Benjamin Barry is not memorable.
It's not Benji Kroll. He is he's in advertising, of course he is. But what do you do in advertising? Because I work in advertising. I've worked in advertising, and this is not what agencies are like.
But that was always my fantasy of advertising, and I'm sticking with it. Sorry.
Okay, fine. Fine.
But it was also before social media, so it wasn't like you were more coming up with ads campaigns. There's a lot of social stuff now as well.
Yeah, Anyway, let's not get into the inner workings of an ad agency.
Oh my God, don't get me started on Madman. I always want to talk about Madman.
So they're all like pitching, or everybody in the agency wants to win the big account, which is like for the guy that controls 75% of the world's diamonds. Like, okay, sure, that's an account. And
yeah, it was confusing because like, why would he need an ad agency?
And also, what is the ad agency? Are they just putting on an event? Because
to win his business.
It just wouldn't really happen like that.
But you're not thinking about how big this account is, Natalie.
True. It's like we will mortgage everything we have to win this account. But the way that it was going, it was like they've already got the account, so they were just looking at who was going to. I don't know. It was weird, but whatever. So anyway, the two Judys want this account. Who wouldn't? It's fucking 75% of the world's diamonds. But Benjamin Barry, it's Bill Bailey. That's what I want to say, not Benjamin Button or Benjamin Franklin. I keep wanting to say Bill Bailey because of the.
Let's just call him BB.
BB. BB wants that fucking account.
Oh my God!
Does he
It's
ever?
kind of annoying, actually.
And in order to get the account, the sneaky Judys, because they know about Andy's bet, are like, hey,
only one of them. The other one, he looks more like I feel like one of them is like a beautiful act. Oh my God, I'm going to hell again. One of them's like the beautiful actress, and the other one is just like a model that they hired who doesn't get to speak much. Like, why did they do that? They should have given her more lines.
And also make
anyway.
out like she's stupid. She did know.
Yeah.
She was there when the editor told her, hey, that's Andy. She's my how-to girl.
Why would you do that? Like, don't you recognize that girl?
Oh my God, you saw her but 2 hours ago.
She's
in
not
the
that
real world,
looking.
You would have probably actually be going to drinks with the people in the magazine to schmooze them.
Not if you had another big meeting with your boss, then it was, yeah.
The boss would absolutely be like, why are we not schmoozing these magazine people?
Oh no, he wanted them to schmooze him, literally.
Oh God, he really was a pervert. So anyway, smart Judy is like, hey, BB, there's a woman, make her fall in love with you, and there it all happens. And from the very first moment, they have this cute little one-word conversation that would never ever happen.
That was not cute. I don't remember it. Maybe because when I watched it, I was so young that I didn't know how that would work in real life. But that one word thing where they're like, leave now. I was like, kill me.
Hungry?
Oh my God.
It's so like it's like cutesy, like it just wouldn't fucking happen. It's just dumb.
I feel like I've seen you flirt like that. Not obviously in one word, but I feel like not in one word, it's not scripted, but I've seen you like flirt like professionally.
What are you talking about?
It's a compliment, it's not an insult. I mean, like, you're like a smooth operator. I feel like you could, obviously it wouldn't be like one word, because nobody speaks like that, but I do feel like you can like really like actually flirt.
Wow.
You didn't know that about yourself? Honey, after that, the skills.
No, I knew that I know that I am a flirt. I just didn't really think that I was on the level that you're putting me at. I didn't think I was that good.
Everyone's a flirt. The guy that drops off our DHL packages is a flirt, but he's not.
Not professionally.
Him standing at the door going like this is not professional. Like, get out, sir, and put your mask on.
Oh, okay, cool. Endorse me on LinkedIn. No, please don't. Natalie, professional flirt.
Oh God.
Okay, well, you know what? I'll take it. So
can I say something a bit morbid that's like I'm just going to quickly mention and never mention again? I found out somebody I went to school with died via LinkedIn. How nuts is that?
Oh no.
I've never had an experience like that. I was like, this is crazy. He was a really nice guy, so rest in peace to him. But it was just the fact, it was just so surreal. Anyway, sorry. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, but anyway. This is not an ad for LinkedIn.
Oh my God, don't go on there. It's all bad.
Yeah. LinkedIn's a weird space.
It's because it's not real. Everyone's so fake on there. I just sometimes I just want to
fakest.
post like, everybody pop your pussy like this.
Do it. Do it
now. Do it good. Link that. Are you joining in or telling me to do it?
I was going to say, you should do it to promote an OnlyFans platform. I mean, it's a professional endeavor. Guys, I'd like you to please support me after X number of months being out of work due to COVID. I'm pleased to announce that I am the CEO of my own OnlyFans page. Please like and subscribe.
Oh, they would. I'm sorry, but if there was ever an audience for it, it's on LinkedIn.
Yeah. But they're not going to share. They'll subscribe, but they'll pay the fee, but they won't share it, and they will not give you any exposure. So you are going to have to rely on your own word of mouth.
Yes, they will, and they'll be great customers. Because I feel like the horniest, most suppressed men I've ever met in my life are on LinkedIn.
No, but my point is they're not going to like and share the content because they don't want people to.
No, but in real life, everyone has like one work friend that they're comfortable with, and they'll be like, "Oh my God, do you remember it? It's really fun." Spreads like wildfire.
Do you remember, Ruth? In this world, it's only people that you haven't worked with. You need to broaden your horizons to capture the workforce that you haven't worked with.
No, it'll be easy because everyone as soon as they find it, then they pass it on to someone, they pass it on to someone, they pass it on to someone. It's like something people will actually get excited about and share.
Yeah, totally. But it won't be a share on LinkedIn. Page. No. It'll be a word of mouth thing.
There.
Messages too. People are going to be sliding into other people's DMs with that OnlyFans link.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God, I wanted to tell you something else, but I've forgotten. It can't be that important. Oh, one time I was like, somebody didn't get an interview where I worked because their name came up in a porno. It was a man. I was like, that's discrimination, is it not?
Yeah.
like the boss like Googled them and they were like, but it was obviously a very small company. I was like, I would 100% prefer to hire people who have worked as sex workers. Or just
But
more
also,
like
how
more experience in life.
how far, like, was this on the first page of the Google search result, or how far into the pages did this boss go?
I can't, from my memory, my terrible memory, because I remember like people's faces and that's about it. From my terrible memory, it was a first page thing, but it wasn't. It was like a 75% chance it was them. Like it wasn't certain it was them, so it was a bit like. And my thing was, even if it is them, like you're not going to hire somebody to do a job that they're qualified to do in case they were once in a porno. Like what?
Yeah, they don't have dirt on you. They're not going to tell people.
There's plenty of things I could tell them about you, but it's just crazy because like you're missing out. Like in that situation, I'm just like, that's so illogical. Like you're missing out on somebody who can do a job for your company to make your company money, but is qualified and skilled to do the job. That's so dumb. Anyway, whatever. Each to their own.
I hope that person got.
Oh no, that person dodged a bullet.
Well, yeah, but I hope that they got an interview. I hope that if anybody did Google their name and they saw that they could have been in a porno or involved in a porno, they were like, this is probably somebody that we want to work with.
I would have thought that of where I worked. Honestly, I could tell you some stories. It was that complete hypocrisy. I'm just like, what? Anyway,
also,
whatever.
I know a lot of people. There are a lot of like retouchers who start out in the porn industry because there's obviously a lot of retouching work to do there with imagery. So it's just a job.
No, I mean, it's people are, you know how people are so prejudiced against actual sex workers. It's a different thing. If you work for a porn company, it's a funny story, but if you're a porn star, it's suddenly
if you're on the other side of the camera, yeah, but
any company that still thinks like that, I promise you do not want to be in that room, honestly. Anyway,
so where are we? We've just left the bar. I've just found out that I'm a professional flirt, and
put it on your CV. Sorry, I'll stop saying that.
I think that's the first time you've said it. Anyway.
Hi.
And
I don't know what's going on.
So now we start the dance between Andy, who is doing all manner of nuts thing to try and lose this guy, and Ben, who is doing everything in his power to make Andy fall in love with him, which means that he has to just
not really doing much.
No, he's not. The reason why he's not doing much is because tolerating, and not just tolerating, but being totally fine with all the things that Andy's throwing at him is the max that he can be doing. Yeah. I wonder what he would be doing had Andy not been behaving like that.
Yeah, but she's cool for 24 hours and she changes. I'm like that a bit. I'm cool for like a week and then
oh my God. And then I'll go absolutely nuts. If you don't message me back one time, that's it. But we'll save our own strategies for the end of this podcast. So do stay tuned
to the
in
end.
Or skip to the end. Whatever you do, you're not going to want to miss that because there are probably some corkers in there. If I know us, and I do know us. So yeah, they have one amazing date to start with, and that's at the Knicks game.
No, you're skipping Hot in Here.
Okay, go on.
When they go back to his on the first night and then he presses play on the music system and the song that comes on is Nelly Hot in Here and he lights candles to Nelly Hot in Here. And you know what? You know with films, they put the song in later. So when they're doing those like dance scenes, they usually don't know what they're going to be dancing to. So I imagine he lit the candles and had no idea it was going to be
getting hot in here. And then he suddenly has a change of heart because no. This is absolutely not the soundtrack for somebody to fall in love. And also candles. What are you talking about? Candles are not the mood setter for falling in love. He wants to play the long game. So he puts on I'm so in love with you. No? Yeah.
Yeah, Al Green.
And blows out the candles. Why would you blow out the candles? I mean,
because maybe he
maybe a
felt
bit
like the candles
sleazy.
were a bit gimmicky.
Yeah, like, ooh, I'm gonna.
But who lights candles listening to Hot in Here? Maybe I need to date that guy because that sounds fun as hell when I think about it. Hot in Here, just if I walked into a guy's place and he was playing Hot in Here, I wouldn't think he was trying to sleep with me. I'd think we were partying.
Yeah. If I heard Al Green, I would think you're trying to sleep with me.
You think I think you're trying to fall in love, please?
Yeah, you've just played.
I know what song.
I'm so in love with you. I know that you're trying to butter me up.
100%. I love that song though. Gorgeous.
So Ruth's already falling in love straight from the get-go.
To be honest, if I was in someone's place and they were chilled and like freaking Al Green Let's Stay Together was on, yeah, I might like that.
Yeah, but they've also eaten like 50 lobsters.
That was also a weird choice. Oh my God, one of my notes was, do you know how confident you have to be to chew with your mouth open? He chews with his mouth open and laughs, and he's just like,
but
so
that's
confident
such a
that
Matthew
he's so
McConaughey thing to do. Like,
yeah,
that's
I know.
so him. I never used to think that he was that attractive when I was younger, but no, I do now.
Now it's like,
now I'm like,
crazy.
wow. He looks like a slimmer version of Disney's Hercules. Don't you think? No.
He does. Oh my God. If they cast him in a live action Hercules, I will not watch.
But he can't. I don't think he could be.
Are you being ageist?
Not a Disney. I am being ageist. It's really bad.
No, because Hercules is literally like 19 years old, isn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, very much so.
That was hilarious. Do you not think he kind of looks like the Beast when the Beast turns into a human?
Somewhere in between, yeah.
Yeah. Let's do a face merge.
Again, these are all people that I didn't think that were attractive when. What am I talking about? People, animated characters. I didn't think were attractive when I was younger, but now I'm like, yeah, I do.
Have you been socialized into thinking they're attractive, or were we socialized into thinking they weren't attractive in the first place? I don't know.
Wow, that's a brain tickler. I feel like
my brain is like, this doesn't matter.
it doesn't matter.
It's
you
irrelevant.
kind of think that they're hot now, so it's fine, or not fine. And two out of three of those people are animated characters. So
they're the highest one.
You know it. I know it. And our listeners wish that they didn't know it.
Do
not get me started on Robin Hood.
And that sweet booty. That was 100% a joke. It's just his tail.
He's a fox. It's his tail.
It's literally a fox. Wow.
Yeah, so he chews with his mouth open. They have, again, another stupid, like, silly conversation that would never happen in real life. And honestly, eating about 50 lobsters, if you've eaten that much, there's no way that you're still going back to somebody's house, like, feeling all cute and being like, yeah. No.
Yeah. I mean, she does go to the bathroom. Maybe she needed a dump. Maybe he lit the candles because he was like, wow.
Yeah, she's going to need this. But then maybe she's going to know that I thought that she was going for a poop. And then she's going to be embarrassed. So now I've got to blow them out. Oh, my God. Yeah. Is this what goes through people's heads when they are at each other's houses? Absolutely.
Well, that I view overthink everything, and then sometimes I just don't care.
Yeah.
Lies.
So they have
really
also the tiny bag, the teeny tiny bag. That made me think of
I
you.
love that bag. It was cute as hell.
That's why it made me think of you.
Oh, right, yeah.
You know what? Who we never ever hear from? The guy that got Andy the Knicks tickets in the first place.
Oh, he's nobody.
Wow. Yeah.
He's just an editor at Sports Illustrated. Why would he get... Well, he worked at Sports Illustrated, right?
I can't remember, honestly. I thought
Is
that
Sports
it was
Illustrated actually about sports. I always thought that magazine was just like where Tyra Banks made her name.
Right?
Yeah.
Or GQ.
No,
but no, it's like a sexier...
has content.
Yeah, it's a
but maybe Sports Illustrated does.
Maybe it has sports in it. I don't know. Who cares?
Yeah. Not our listeners.
And they can't tell us either.
They're shouting, "Shut up!"
Move on. So Andy leaves her bag at this guy's house on purpose because she knows that then he's not going to be able to help himself but go through her bag.
I really resent that.
What?
Because
that
I leave my stuff at people's house. So when people do that whole like, oh, because I remember when I was talking to my friend once, a guy left a really silly thing at my house. And my friend was like, he obviously did that on purpose. But I was thinking like, I do that all the time. It's not on purpose. I once left my actual laptop at somebody's house.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah, it's like you panic because you're like, when will I get it back? So then you have to go all the way there after work and you live in a different part of London to pick up your freaking laptop.
Oh, God.
And then he was like, oh, yeah, I've got people over, sorry. As if I would risk leaving my most expensive possession because of you bummer. I don't think so, sweetie.
I've left my rings at somebody's house after this is skipping forward a little bit into things into a strategy to lose a guy. After I had gone over to his house, drunk, fooled around, and then I was like, can't do this anymore. And then literally left his house, put my clothes on, left his house, crying. At a really inopportune moment, to be honest. And then I realized that I'd left my rings. But then obviously what did I do the day after? Apologize. And
because did you just freak out? Did you have like a panic?
Yeah. But it was just like really
I never know
handled.
if I'm panicking. I never know if I'm panicking or if I'm just having a moment of clarity. I genuinely can't.
No, it was 100% a moment of clarity, and I should have just handled it better, not like an absolute mess, and also stuck to my word rather than.
Who does that?
No, certainly not me.
Flip flop all over the place.
Flip flop all over the place, which obviously means that is how you lose a guy. But I wanted my rings back. I did not leave them there on purpose.
You would never leave something that's so precious to you. It just wouldn't happen. Why did you leave her bag? That's such a high risk strategy. I didn't get it. It is,
but I wrote, one of my notes was, I would never see that bag or those tickets again. Yeah. If that were me, there's no way that the guy would be like, hey. In all honesty, we probably wouldn't have even exchanged numbers, and therefore he wouldn't have even been able to find a way to do it. And I'd have been like, great. Yeah. Now I've lost all my stuff. I don't have the tickets to the thing I wanted to see. And I'm reminded that I don't have all of this stuff because I cannot contact this person because he didn't even like me enough to request my number, despite the fact that I'm a professional flirt. So there you go.
Look what hurts your feelings.
Also, it was his stupid friends that knocked over the bag so that everything spilled out. That was dumb. Just like just be grown-ups. Just look in the bag or don't.
I mean,
Okay.
I think they did it the right way. He would have never looked otherwise. What? Well, no, that's a lie. We would have just looked.
Do you think you would have looked in somebody's bag? I don't know that I would.
No, I wouldn't look in somebody's. I think we're the same in that I wouldn't look in the person I was getting with, but I'd 100% look in the person that you were getting with. So if you were I don't want it, I'd be like, I'm looking.
And I'd be like,
but I wouldn't look.
But I can't.
Yeah.
But you can. Well, I would never be like, but you can. I'd be like, oh no, you shouldn't.
No, you'd be like, no. But then I'd be doing it, and then you'd be like, oh, fine.
I'd be like, fine. Well, tell me what's in there. Make an itemized list.
Yeah, I literally was thinking I would lay it out, would take a picture of the front and back of their driver's license.
Oh God. Yeah. So yeah, now
I
they're
think,
at the
honestly,
next
I'm gonna
thing.
sound nuts, but I think we need to normalize looking at each other's official government ID when we're dating somebody. And that's all I'm gonna say about that.
Yeah.
Like, I want to be able to like do a back anyway.
That's a background check.
Oh my God, there's an app. I'm sure. Is it Tinder or Grindr, or is it Tinder in America that's trying to introduce like being able to do background checks on people so you can check their criminal record and stuff, which is so unethical. But do I want to see it? Absolutely, I would. But the difference is, I would still date someone if they had a criminal record.
Yeah, exactly. It might not make a difference for you, but for other people.
But a lot of people would just switch that off and be like, "Oh my God!" Hopefully, it would show people that everyone does have a criminal record. But then they'll start to see like a lot of black people having a criminal record, and then there might be like more racist. I don't know, because people don't look at statistics like that. People don't look at statistics.
That infringes.
I'm not
on
saying
all.
I'm not saying all people, black people, have a criminal record. Yeah, exactly. It's so unethical. It is. But you even to get a job, like when you really think about it. To get a job, they need to know your home address. Like, why do they need to know where you live?
5 years.
It depends what you're doing. But yeah, some people, you can literally, some jobs, contracts anyway, you get a credit check. Why? But then again, I guess you are a business, so they are hiring your business. But still, it's just so messed up. But yeah, would you want your date to be able to do a full background check on you?
It wouldn't bother me because there's nothing to see. It depends what they're doing.
I still wouldn't want that.
I would rather they did a full background check on me than if they were able to like do a full social media scrape for everything that I've ever said or posted. That would.
No, I'd rather they just went on my Instagram and judged me rather than having. I don't know. There's something really intrusive about being able to do a background check. There's nothing there, but that's not the point. Because like. Yeah, it would just annoy me.
If for a prospective partner, it's kind of like, why do you need to know any of this?
What do you think is the worst thing Andy did? This is so random. I'm leaning towards mother, but it did make me laugh.
Calling his mother in the first place to get the baby photos.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it was funny.
But and how did she get the number?
Background check.
But my mum would, and I'm not saying all mums are like this at all. I'm sure there are plenty of mums that would lean more to the Mrs. Barry side of things. If somebody called my mum, particularly because I never introduced people to my family, much like Benjamin Barry, and claimed to be somebody that I was dating, probably she'd be like, that checks out that I wouldn't know. But then also, I don't think she'd be like, okay, cool, that check. I don't know, it's just.
But what if he was like super sweet, super charming, really talking you up? She might get charmed by him. But she would also think, would Natalie want that? But I've told my mum about situations in the past where guys have shown up to my house and stuff and I didn't want them there. So I think she'd think it was a stalk. I'm not saying, I'm also, oh my God, I feel like I have to qualify everything tonight. I want to shut the hell up. I'm not saying just because a guy shows up to your house means he's a stalker. I'm just saying in my situation, that's what was happening. Anyway, let's move on. How to lose a
What was
guy
the
in
worst
10
thing that
days.
Andy did? What did she do?
Okay, she
got
oh my god, buying the dog.
The
Did
dog,
she
I
really
think that's
buy the dog?
probably, yeah, I think so.
If she
I
bought
think
the
that
dog,
that's pretty messed up
that's
because that's just a living thing that you've,
why are you bringing a dog into this? Who's going to look after the dog
yeah.
when this goes up in smoke in 2 days?
And
Unless she borrowed the dog.
Putting all of your in matching Burberry check as well. That was the worst thing that she did.
I like that shirt, but yeah, that's just my taste, I guess. I would have kept the shirt myself. I'm not giving you that. How cute would that look with the little like a white boob tube and like a white loose fitting like Levi jean? I felt like the whole thing was a Levi's advert. I don't know what jeans they were wearing, most likely Wrangler.
No, I think it was more like a Calvin Klein ad.
Okay, you're right.
Yeah.
And a Krispy Kreme ad. Lovely product placement there too. I am just gonna shut up and let you take it because I'm just talking so much.
Coca-Cola.
Oh my god, I love
what did Andy do? So firstly, she was annoying at the Knicks game when she kept saying go and get me a drink. But then I was also like, well, she got the tickets, so maybe you should have already got her a beverage.
Yeah, but I think the whole point was that like she would have been like, no.
Yeah. She was being a bit tricky.
Either way, he would have had to go get her that drink.
Yeah. So that was pretty annoying.
If I was watching somebody I absolutely always wanted to see and the person I really wanted to drink in that moment, I think that would really annoy me more than a lot of the other things.
But what would you do? I would probably go into the aisle and just watch from there. And like to take my time. I don't know. He didn't have to go and get it. He could have just, especially it's like there's 3 seconds on the clock. You could just go stand in the aisle and just be like.
But his whole career is riding on this. Oh,
I forgot that element of it. Yeah, when you look at it down that
why would your whole career be? Oh, I don't know. I don't know anything about life. Maybe that happened.
Okay, so she did that. Then she got the fern and all the stuff. Then she named his penis Princess Sophia.
Yeah, you can't call people genitals things they don't like. That's asking for trouble.
Yeah. She called his parents and got pictures so that she could do the face merge for the babies.
One of my notes is I have actually done that before.
I have done that, but not with a person that I was dating, just with people in the office. And everyone knew about it.
When I was 18, just showed my boyfriend like the pic. No, I told him. I don't think I actually showed him. I told him like what I'd been doing. I was like, oh, there's a website where you can just put two people's faces and see what your babies look like. I genuinely didn't know that was something that's weird to do. Because I was like, we've been dating for a while and I thought we were going to be together forever. So what's the issue?
Was that the straw that broke the camel's back?
For him?
Yeah.
Oh, no, he was mentally unstable.
Oh, it's that one. Okay.
Yeah, but I was shocked that he was so, like, he was like, that's so offended. Weird. And thinking about it, I'm like, okay, that is super weird. But genuinely,
it isn't. If you've been with somebody for quite a long time, it's just like,
I just want to see what our babies look like. I thought
I've thought about that. I've met people for the first time ever and thought, what would our children look like? I feel like it's a natural thing to do. Have I then actually done it? No. That's only because I haven't had access to a photo, probably.
Okay. No, this is my space days.
Because I think I would be a bit too. It would freak me out.
Make you feel weird.
Yeah, really weird.
Oh my god, I miss those days. But when you're innocent and young and you don't know any better, some stuff like that is so fun. Our babies look so fucking weird and ugly. I shouldn't call unborn children ugly, but those websites are so fucked up. They don't ever look. They're like, it's like, what am I looking at? Anyway, I'm gonna do me and Drake's babies.
Oh yeah, post the pictures. Is that weird?
100%. But I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
No, I don't think I can. It's too far. I'm going to do it. Anyway, I'm doing it for content. He
Should
said
we
it so
do?
himself. People need content.
I'll do mine with Matthew McConaughey.
Oh my God, I thought you'd do yours with the weekend and we could double down.
Okay, sure. Yeah, let's do that.
So lucky. Oh God.
We can double date with our children.
No, I know. I don't know where I meant like a double play date, but I was like, what do they call that?
I don't know. Just a play date.
It's just a play date. It's just a play date because if the kids aren't there, then it's not. It's just us hanging out.
Oh God.
Oh my God. Maybe a double play date is when like two couples take their kids to play with. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's like a date. That sounds like hell. That's like, not a date.
The kids will play and then we'll have a.
No, they won't. The kids will try and kill each other and then we'll all get stressed out.
Anyway, I don't want to do it. Hate each other. Okay, let's.
More because my children will all be sociopaths anyway. No, they won't. Sorry, no shade to those unborn children.
What do you think was worse? What Andy did to Ben or what Ben did to Andy?
I'm always going to say what Ben did to Andy because it was so fucking arrogant. It's just more offensive. I could make any of you bitches fall in love with me tonight. And you're like, so? That doesn't mean you should brag about it. Yeah. Whereas what she did, but what she did was when I think about what she did, it was bad because she did make his life hell. Yeah, but to be fair, was a point where
she always said that she was going to, just not to him.
She did.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I've so changed from, I used to be I used to be the person people would tell like, oh my God, I'm bad news or whatever. I've gone to the person where I'm like, good luck to you, sir. Because no matter what you do to me, I'll scar you for life. Something really changed for me last year. I don't know. It was therapy. Now I'm a psycho. Makes sense.
Is it psychotic or is it just how we should all be? I don't know.
I know the power I influence. I know the power I wield. Will this relationship last? No. Will you like me? No. Will you never forget me? Ever. Will you need therapy to go over this? Maybe. Wow. I need to go to bed. I'm very tired to the listeners. That's why I'm so weird today. What happened in the film?
I don't even know where we are because we've gone to the what was the worst thing that they did.
Who do you think was worse? Do you think he was worse or she was worse?
I can't I'm always gonna say what he did was worse because I've got to side. I've got to side with the woman on this. And to be honest, what he was doing was manipulating somebody's feelings because if they didn't feel the same way and he didn't also love her, then the outcome for her is my heart's been broken, and that's horrible to intentionally set
imagine
out.
But what if he really, really liked her, and then she just started doing all this stuff just for an article? I think the reason we side with her is because we just find it so hard to believe that would ever happen. Which is unfair. Yeah.
But the thing is, if that was a different person, a different guy, he would probably drop her after one, possibly two of those incidences.
When would he have dropped her?
Because I think he would have dropped her to the point where you necessarily really like somebody enough to put up with some of the bullshit that she did. Whereas for him, he actively is like, I'm really gonna make you feel something for me, love me, and then at the end of it, I'll just be like, cool, I won, great, now I've got the diamond thing.
It's a cold world.
So for him, he had he had to make her fall in love within 10 days. Whereas for her, Andy didn't necessarily need to lose the guy it wouldn't necessarily have been... Yeah, but it wouldn't necessarily be 10... No, of course it is. But the point is not... one bad and one not? They're both bad.
Imagine if it was the other way around. Imagine if she was like, I'm going to make you fall in love with me in 10 days. And he was like, I'm going to give you one great, amazing night that's going to rock your world and change your life. Then I'm going to treat you like absolute shit. Basically, everything. My dating life. And let me tell you, viewers, it works every time.
You just give me gold once. Fucking hell. I'm living on the prayer that that's actually the norm and all the other shit is the bad stuff as opposed to the other way around.
365 days later, I'm still like, but I'm still waiting for that guy when it's clear he does not exist. And I'm even saying to the guy, but it's like you're a different person. And that other guy is just like somebody I made up in my head. And he's like, yeah.
Yeah. Who are you again?
Why are you calling me from a private number? Who is this?
I'm just some guy you met in the post office queue.
Oh my God, God forbid. A man walked past me in the post office queue today and I left. Anyway, let's not get into the post office. I have drama in there every time. I hate that post office so much. Oh my God. It's the one in the one stop.
Oh, yeah.
Also, W.H. Smith don't sell any good books. What's that about?
It's not a bookstore though, like it used to be.
It should be.
They only sell
Smith.
the big hitters.
Yeah, they sell the top 100 books, which is fine. Then they sell like young adult books or whatever. But they should also have also fine. They should also have a section where they sell like cult classic literature. People will buy that. Like, what do they think? That no one will read that?
No one's picking up Wuthering Heights at the train station.
No, they do have shit like that. That's what annoys me. They have classics and then they have Mills and Boons. I'm saying
cult classics.
Just like modern literature by authors that we all agree are good. Like, is that so crazy?
What book did you want to find that you couldn't? Or were you just browsing?
I was just browsing. But I don't know, just give me, I'm not saying anything off the wall. I'm just like, just give me like even a little like Maya Angelou, like just something. Like, do you know what I mean? I'm not asking for anything like crazy. It's still quite traditional literature. I'm just saying like, just people will pick that up. Just one poetry book. Just give me a slither of Sylvia Plath. Someone will pick that up. Do you know how many sado girls like me are walking through here who will just be like, oh my God, let me just, I'll just buy that.
I always wanted to buy that.
Oh my God.
Never read it.
Oh my God. Oh, I love that book. And I don't know why. Because it's not even that great.
I've got it. Haven't read it. It's not a book that I bought. I think it's just a book that I don't know where it came from.
If somebody gifted me that, I'd be so insulted. There's books that I've loved when I finally read them. But I'm just like, why are you getting me a feminist literature collection on Valentine's Day? I don't know why, but I find this insulting. Then I read it, I'm like, okay, I really like this. It's really good. But how dare you buy me a necklace, for God's sake.
Speaking about necklaces...
Oh my God, I love that necklace.
Wasn't it funny when Andy thought that she was more important than Isadora the necklace?
I know. It's like sweet, we're here for the blood diamonds. Yeah. Okay.
Again, another note that I have. Why is Andy queen of like caring about shit, not asking about the origins of the fucking Isadora? No, she's all like, oh, I can wear all this stuff. Wow. You don't fucking care about conflict diamonds now, do you?
She's like, I'm not going to Washington to write about politics. I'm going to stay here and ride this dick. Okay. And I don't blame her.
But you would not get away with that film. Like, if that film was made now, then he would have been like, I'll drive you to the airport. No, you're not going to DC.
You're going to stay here.
Take her suitcases back to her apartment, sir. The lady has alternative transportation. Like, to where? You take, like, why
also, the taxi driver would say no, and he'd take your car, he would take your shower, his taxi, and he would keep the change and drive off.
Or he'd
He'd be
take
like,
your
"All right,
money
bye."
and keep the suitcase as well.
No, I've never known taxi drivers to steal.
And I just don't think that I've lost enough fucking phones in cabs.
They always bring the phones back. They just charge you.
Not always.
They don't
I've
always
got
bring the
busted
phones
times
back.
when they have. No.
Oh, I've never had a phone or purse stolen by a taxi driver. They just
Well,
hate
I mean, to
me
be fair, it
'cause
might
it's
not
so
have been a taxi
inconvenient.
driver. It could have been whoever got in the cab.
The next
after.
customer. Oh no, no, I've had it before where the taxi company couldn't find the phone, but I believe them because people steal them. But I trust taxi
what were we
drivers.
talking about? Oh yeah, how infuriating it is that Andy isn't like, nah, mate, I'm going to my fucking interview, even if I don't want the job, because it's the professional thing to do, and I've also booked a flight to Washington DC. How about you fucking get your wallet out and come to DC with me, and we can have a smutty weekend away? How about that?
Ooh.
We've only had sex once in your parents' house.
That's where it goes down, to be fair. What's that about?
Yeah.
God bless. Anywho, I do think she really did not want to go to Washington and she was running away. And this man is really the love of her life. It's not about him. It's just about being in love. And I get it. It's just the way he does it. I'm sorry, but if he pulls up on me in a taxi and I'm crying and he's like, go home, we're fucking, I'd be like, all right.
Yeah.
I didn't want to go anyway. Also, when he said you don't need to go to Washington to write about politics, it did make me laugh because yes, obviously you kind of like, I get why she'd go there, but also like you live in New York, you literally could work at like surely any like publication. No?
Yeah, of course.
Or do I just
but
not know?
also,
It's just like,
if you want to go to it depends whether you want to write about politics in a publication or if you actually want to be like on the campaign trail. Then you probably need to be more like in Washington, like Kerrigan style.
she joins the cast of Scandal.
She joins OPA.
She would be shit. Actually, no, she'd be funny in OPA.
She becomes a client of OPA because she needs a problem fixing. And that problem 100%. Is Benjamin Barry.
Yeah, she's running for like office and she's running on like a good girl stance, and then they find out that she once was like she was dating this guy and she was supporting all these blood diamonds and stuff, and it becomes a conflict and he's blackmailing her. What the fuck am I on? Should we write this episode? Should we write a version of Scandal where it's like all the characters from romantic comedies 10 years later are coming into the office?
Yes, please. Lainey Boggs is suing Zach Seiler for damages.
Every time you say something that she would do, I'm like, she would do that.
She would totally do it, but it would only be for an art piece.
Oh my God.
Another thing I thought was really funny. One of my notes was, at the firstly, when he is like, hey, Mr. whatever your name is, trust yourself. And then they're all like, wow, that sounds amazing. Why don't we change the theme of the party that's happening in 6 days? You can't just change the theme of a party, an event that is that scale in that time.
But I need to stop putting my arm up. I have a hole in my top, which is stressing me out. I do wish... Side note, it's the biggest hole ever.
It's so big that it looks like it's a feature. Like some kind of Rick Owens webbed knitwear.
Oh my God, it could be. I'll roll with it.
It could be, yeah.
Oh my God, what were we talking about? Oh, the frost yourself thing. Frost yourself reminds me of, do you remember those sweets? Frosties or something?
Yeah,
Frost something.
I do. Ice gems.
They would, no. I'm like, whoa.
Absolutely not. Get out
never
of town.
Heard of them.
Wait, you've never heard of ice gems?
Have I? Are they sour?
No, ice gems, they had like the little biscuit base and then some kind of...
Oh, that bullshit. It was fun to eat, but it wasn't nice. Can we just be honest?
Fun to eat. It was like flavoured cardboard.
It was really pretty. It was fun. It had 2 things you could bite into, but really and truly it was some It tastes like ass. I wish. Why did I say that?
Okay.
What am I on today?
Whose ass that you know tastes like ice gems? Listeners, if you have an ass that tastes like ice gems,
please write in.
Yeah, let us know.
That would be a mess. No, you should keep that to yourself, to be honest. No, I'm not shaming anybody. I'm the one being messy.
Keep it to yourself, because if that gets out, you will have people queuing around the block for that ice gem ass.
I would want to taste. I would want that experience.
You would want that nostalgic experience. Oh, God. Let's move away. The thing that I wanted to say about the party was Mrs. DeLauer. I wrote something like,
was she drunk?
Of course she's drunk. She's just drunk and fabulous. I wrote Mrs. DeLauer's pink wig is divine, and then a few more notes later, and then on closer inspection, the wig is red and it's trash. Can still see her black hair underneath.
I thought it was a hat.
Well, no, I think it was supposed to be like a little feathery kind of wig.
I think it's a hat. I still like the idea. It's just too synthetic.
It's somewhere between. It toed the line between a hat and a wig. Also,
which is giving me an idea for a hat.
At that party, the scruffy guy, the scruffy friend. Why would you just still have scruffy hair? It's like you turning up in a gown and you just haven't bothered to like do your hair. That I know that sounds like problematic, but you're also like you're in a tux at a black tie event. Can you not just smarten up a bit? Hair. Yeah,
but I don't know. It was too. He wasn't a real person. Why would they go running over and tell her about the bet? Have we skipped all your notes and I'm just talking about?
No, we've not really. We've talked about some things here. It's fine. Then they're kind of nonsensical anyway.
Have you seen WandaVision?
No, not yet. Have you?
I didn't realise it was an actual sitcom, so I've only just got through the first episode, and I'm just like, I'm not watching a sitcom. I thought it was like an ironic thing that turned into a drama.
Oh, well, I'm in the market for a sitcom, so maybe I'll watch it.
Oh, it's some bullshit. It's like Bewitched. Okay. I love Bewitched. It's nothing like that. I wish it was like that.
That dress, though, that yellow dress, I feel like that was one of the iconic dresses of the movie times.
100%.
Yeah.
It's still as nice as I remember.
Yeah.
It's just the visible seams was like, oh, but that's just me being just because I'm like, how much did that thing cost? Really, like a good 7,000. And it's got, anyway, whatever. It's their money.
But that is definitely one of those dresses that you just know, you just remember. It's an iconic movie dress.
Yeah. She wasn't really doing much, was she? That necklace really set it off. Made me want a diamond necklace. I love yellow diamonds.
Yeah, very pretty. I absolutely love the bit where they are on stage, though, because it's so messy.
Would they ever get away with that, though? Wouldn't they both get fired?
He would be fired. They both would be fired. Totally.
Or is the idea he's not fired because he won the account?
Because she really is in love.
Oh, no, because Mr. Laura's was like jizzing.
Oh, yeah. This is so funny. And let's be honest, the ad that they made was absolutely trash. It was so awful. If I was Mr. Lauer or Mr. DeLauer or any of the DeLauers, I would be like,
Have you
No.
seen jewelry adverts? They're always terrible. I think they're supposed to be terrible.
But this looked like a Christmas jewelry advert in that it was terrible.
I think that's what most of them look like. It's either that or they go black and white.
Trust yourself.
What is she advertising? She's a wholesaler, no?
Well, that's the thing I don't understand.
Unless she has a brand, plus she does wholesale. Anyway, I'm sure that's actually real. There is one family that control most of the diamonds in the world. That is actually a fact. Oh.
Yeah, we skipped the chunk where they really actually feel like they're falling in love.
Makes me want to lose myself. That song. We get it. I love his family for sure.
Oh, the family's so cute.
If they're all Southern, why do they live in Staten Island, and why does no one explain that?
Are they all Southern, or is it just Matthew McConaughey?
No, they're all Southern.
Do they all have Southern accents? Can't remember. I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
Staten Island is like this. Oh my God, what the hell was that? Remember last week when I was like, never do accents.
Like,
let me do
maybe
it.
I do them on my own, but I would never do them in public. And look, if you're going to do an accent, just don't do it, okay?
Now I'm like Staten Island. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why I should never do an accent. Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah, but the family's dead cute. I mean,
yeah, but they should have gone down south.
Why are they going down south? That's a bit extreme. That is so extra.
Because it's just not realistic. Why is his whole family relocated with no explanation? Including his farting
Why
uncle.
do they owe us an explanation?
Because that would never happen now. Now they would hop on the fucking plane and go south. You can't just put them where it's convenient. Sorry, I'm so angry.
Look at the things that make you angry.
I know, it really pissed me off. I can't laugh.
Oh.
I was like, this doesn't make any sense.
There's a lot of things that didn't make sense. That is the thing that probably bothered me the least.
What bothered you the most?
Okay, so when Benjamin is teaching Andy how to ride the bike, he takes his helmet off and then puts her in the saddle and then gets on behind her without his helmet. It's like, you're teaching this woman how to ride a motorbike and you've taken your helmet off. Are you crazy? What's going on?
I feel like people do stuff all over life though.
But after he carries round a spare helmet for whenever he picks up a woman or anybody, and yet he takes it like that didn't make sense. That was stupid.
Yeah. Would you get on his bike?
Oh, I was thinking about this. Because I always feel like I would never get on a motorbike because they scare me.
I'd shit myself, but I know I'd do it.
Also, it's like that kind of close proximity with somebody as well. Maybe I have intimacy issues. I'd be like, I'll get on it, but can I like keep some distance between us?
No, it is hard to get on someone's bike. Oh my God, I told you, like, have you ever got on a bike in India?
No.
Okay. I get on bikes in Nigeria. I love it. I always feel like I'm going to die.
Yeah, I don't.
It's exhilarating.
No, not for me. But then I saw her doing it and I was like, maybe. No, maybe I should.
You should wear a helmet, though. You should wear a helmet.
Yeah. I just think I'd also be quite cold.
Too busy being scared. Oh my God, the best lift home I've ever had was when I was 19 and me and my friends stayed out later than everyone else and it was in Einapper on the way home. And these guys just pulled up on quad bikes and gave us a lift, just literally dropped us off and then we're like, bye. We were like,
nice.
That was lit. Yeah.
I'm glad that it had a nice ending.
Oh yeah, it was a cute story. for once. See, good things happen too. Makes me want to lose myself. That's the song to anybody who hasn't seen it. And the shower sex, please. You're telling me the first time we get together is going to be in the shower? Grow up.
I mean, yeah, come on. It's just not happening. It's going to be awkward. Your parents are outside. What are you going to do? Come out of the bathroom and then be like, you go out first.
Yes.
Like, they know what, it's just awkward. Just don't, like, you both have really nice apartments. What's going on? And then also when you drop to the back at home, if that were me, I'd be like, you coming up?
You've just been with them the whole weekend.
Yeah, and then so you just want to, they've just like fallen in love.
No, fuck that, get out of here.
Yeah,
it's confusing. I haven't taken a shit in 3 days. It's also just confusing because it's just like, fuck. Honestly, when you do finally fall for someone, it's not an easy thing because you're just like,
horrible.
Can I trust this?
No,
because obviously you feel good, but then you're like, oh shit, can I like let go?
No, I never feel good when I fall in love.
But you're not supposed to fall in love. You're supposed to grow in love. I hate the internet.
I would like a follow-up film.
No way. After 2 hours, you can keep that. What do you want to know? I reckon they would make the funniest sitcom as parents like 10 years later. You're right. Bring it back.
Yeah.
How to raise a family in 10 years. Oh, that's not fun.
Or how to
be
get divorced. I want another How to Andy series.
Yeah. They oh my god, see, if that was the late 90s, they would have made like a TV series version and she would have actually, god damn it, maybe we should pitch this. I have no idea.
Maybe have some more racial diversity in the cast.
Hey, didn't you see that black man at the poker game? Do you know what I noticed? Because he was the only black character. She gets to the poker game and she says hello to the other people and she's like, hi, blah, blah, mentions their name. And she says hello to him and she just goes, hi, or hello. I was just like, this is how you treat me. Oh, God. Anyway, whatever. Makes me want to lose myself. I'm going to be singing that song for a week. I might find it.
Where is that from?
I've never heard that song outside.
When is it? When in the shower scene?
Oh, in the shower scene. Yeah, it's because when I was younger, I watched it so many times. I just know it's the love song that comes on when they fall in love.
Yeah, no,
it says, "There's something in your eyes that makes me want to lose myself." It's actually a really nice, lyrically, it's really nice. I hate when there's something in their eyes that makes you want to lose yourself.
Don't.
Yeah, hold on.
I think.
Hold on.
Give me 1 second, Ruth. You might need to do some filler.
Oh my god. Okay, guys, I've got nothing for you this week, so I am going to reach for good old faithful pillow talk. Because let me tell you, I'm exhausted. Okay, let's see. What fun things can we find here? Oh my god, the deck almost fell on me. Okay, I just picked the rule of the game. God, this podcast really has no structure. The fact that I'm just doing a pillow talk. Oh, Natalie's back. It's too late, we're doing it. Natalie, we're doing a pillow talk.
Okay, cool.
And I was just telling the listeners that this podcast has no structure. The fact that I'm just like, were like, do some pillow. I was like, I'm going to pull a card in the middle of a podcast because
it makes sense.
I've got nothing. It really doesn't. Try to guess where in your psychological past a major sexual interest of yours comes from. These questions are way too intimate for a podcast.
We used to sex together on a podcast, so on this podcast.
That's different. Pornography is entertainment.
Okay, say that again.
Oh, I closed the deck. I don't know where the card is.
And that, listeners, is that.
I think it said, listening back to this will be so funny because I know I'm going to be so wrong. try to guess a place in your psychological past where a sexual interest has come from. Not guess, try and think of.
Yeah, no, that tracks. But it's also like your psychological past as opposed to any other
the
past.
Good shit.
That's like going into the dark web. Ugh.
I still don't even have the browser for that, thank God. Unless I want to buy a gun, what is there for me? I don't want to buy a gun. I'm a pacifist.
A psychological past.
Coming to break you off. That's nothing to do with this.
Maybe we need, maybe let's just take this away and think about it for next week, because clearly neither of us have the brain capacity to do that right now.
Oh my God, I don't. I'm just trying to even think of like last week. Okay, I know where my new lease of lust towards Drake came from.
Oh, okay, go on.
Okay, so he has this song where he's like, it's like he's describing like what he wants to do to someone at the beginning of the song. And he doesn't really do that kind of thing. He's not really the kinkster. Do you know what I mean? When the song came out, I thought the beat was really good, but I don't know why. I just found the song kind of funny. I was like, it's a bop, but it just makes me laugh. Then I realized like I was absolutely starving during the lockdown because I was just on a walk. My whole library was on the shuffle and that song came on and I was like, oh my God. Like, I want this to happen.
Okay, starving for sex, not hungry.
Starving, no, like destitute. Like I was like, oh my God, it's rough out here. Where like my fantasy land has literally become like my whole life, where I'm behaving like a 13-year-old with a celebrity crush. What the hell? But I used to crush on footballers when I was younger.
Oh.
Those were the days. Yeah, but they used to look like Thierry Henry, so it was a different time.
Yeah, what do we have now?
No shade to the one. I don't know. That's the thing. I don't watch football, so I
It could be
shaded.
attractive now. I don't know.
Oh my God, I hate it when I see an attractive footballer because it just annoys me. I'm like, why did no one tell me?
Who would be telling you?
Like people on the timeline. They always talk about football. Why didn't they ever talk about the important stuff? Like who's hot?
Yeah. Psychological past.
That's your baby mama in my bed sheets. Whoa.
Feel
this top has so many holes. The music sounds better with you.
On purpose. I'm going to take a week to answer that question.
Okay, I might forget, but hopefully I'll remember. Oh my God, I finally listened back to last week's podcast. That's why I sent you those songs. What did you think of the Attack on Titan outro music? I actually want to know what you think of those songs.
I mean, I only listened to it once. I didn't think it was that end of day easy.
I didn't think so either. I just think it's a banger. But it's because I've listened to it so many times to the point where I was like, nah, I have to find this song. It's so good. Oh my God, do we need to talk about the film? I'm so dehydrated. Wow.
We can wrap it up because, guys, you've seen it. So I don't think I need to go through all of the notes, which basically just kind of just do quotes about what people were saying. It's not really that interesting. What's the
funny quotes? My funny quote was at the beginning, you only dated him for a week, and she's like, it was the best week of my life.
Yeah, I think then I was like, I said, to be honest, I've been Catherine crying over a failed 1 week relationship.
100%.
I am also mystified. Saying I love you after 2 days, very me. And then also, why are they making Catherine and Michelle feel crazy? It made me upset.
Yeah,
at least be like, listen, don't worry, it's fine.
Yeah, but they literally came and got her out of bed, and you kind of get the feeling this is like a weekly occurrence.
True. But then at the end, when the guy actually comes to the house, and
I was like, that's not a good thing. I've had loads of guys come back and fuck me up for a second time. Like, why are we celebrating this?
When he talked about the perfume on the pillow, like the smell's finally gone, I was like,
Wash your sheets.
Well, in 10 days. But seriously, if I haven't sprayed my perfume on somebody's pillow.
You've sprayed your perfume on somebody's pillow?
Yeah, I think so.
It's like a cute thing. I've never heard of anybody doing that.
What? Really? But it's because people... This sounds really dickish to say, but people know me for the perfume that I wear.
So they've asked you to do it?
No. It's just a distinct...
Do they know you've done it?
I know. That would be weird. You're not going to...
But their pillows will smell like you anyway. Like, I've never, to be honest, I don't think I've ever had someone in my bed that when they've left, that my bed hasn't smelled like them. I don't think you need the spritz. You're wasting your perfume. Is what I'm trying to tell you. It'll be there anyway.
Well, there you go.
I can't believe that's a thing.
I can't believe that isn't a thing. Maybe it isn't a thing, and maybe
Where does it come from?
I think it's because we know that obviously scent is such a powerful reminder for people and a powerful association. So
I could just imagine myself being like, "You've sprayed my pillow."
But then also, if you think about if you've been with somebody and that you can smell them on your sheets, it's a nice feeling.
Not always. I was talking about this the other day. It's not always. Like, have you ever had a fight with someone and then they've left and the whole freaking room smells like them?
Yeah.
Change the sheets immediately. Oh my god.
Should we do our House of Lose a Guy in 10 Days strategies?
Yeah.
Okay, give me 2 seconds to get this crazy dog a bone.
Okay, should I read mine? Because you'll still hear me, right?
Yeah, I will still hear you. Go for it.
Okay. So number 1, call relentlessly. I'm talking relentlessly, up to 50 times. Number 2, report them to the police or their girlfriend. Not because that's one was a joke, because it's not like you knew they had a girlfriend. You just accidentally ended up, someone called you and then you accidentally told them you've been getting with their boyfriend because obviously you thought that was your boyfriend. Okay, a strong contender, block and unblock. Just like as the spirit moves, you just block them. As you feel like it, unblock them. Sometimes tell them they're blocked. Sometimes don't. Do whatever you feel. Okay, you'll appreciate this one, Natalie. Tell them you never want to see them again and then casually invite them over, but give 0 explanation. Just go from 0 to 100.
I've been there, yeah.
Okay. Another classic, just tell them you hate them. Just out of the blue. Oh my God, and the best, save the best for last. Have the you don't respect me conversation. I just feel like
and
you don't just respect me.
Choke on the dust that dude leaves in his wake.
No, if they want to sleep with you, they'll be like, of course I respect you. And you're like looking at them like, are you trying not to laugh? Are we really doing this right now? That conversation always ends in a fight. And then you block them. And then you unblock them. Then you tell them you hate them. Then you text them with no explanation. It's a vicious cycle. It's called a toxic cycle.
Yeah. Get into it.
You never lose. Yeah, get into it, honestly. Oh.
Okay. I've got mine in no particular order. I mean, the first one is fairly standard, just like pretend you don't want anything serious and that you're totally cool with them sleeping with other people, even though you're absolutely not. And then proceed to get upset when they just go and do exactly what you've told them to do.
A classic.
Yeah, a classic. Which then leads nicely into a solid silent treatment period.
Oh my God, emotional
Even
abuse.
better
I like
it's
it.
when you're with them, not just you're not going to reply to their messages. You're physically with them.
You've invited them over to ignore them.
Absolutely, yeah.
Extra sprinkling of toxicity.
I mean, definitely saying I love you. I think that's a solid way to lose a guy.
I think it works better when you don't mean it.
Well, or if you think that you mean it. But saying I love you, actually, this is probably in order. If saying I love you after you've done the first two, that is fucking confusing. It's confusing for you as well. So yeah,
you're like, I love you. Can't you see I love you, you bastard? No, you're not giving me that. Oh, that's
and
not
then
what I'm
do you know what? I clearly have written this in order. When you have done all of those things, you're coming hot off a silent treatment. The next contact you make should be post. I don't mean an Instagram post. I mean Royal Mail post. Send them something in the post.
Oh my God, do you want to know the most nuts thing I ever did? Oh my God, I'm sure I've told you this, or maybe I haven't because I'm so ashamed. But it was like, it wasn't as crazy as it sounds. I got a moon pig card. It was a picture. It was a picture from a porno, a screenshot from a porno. It was just that on the front of the card. And then it was like a birthday card inside, and I hand delivered it. What the fuck is wrong with me?
Wait, what had you just been? What was the situation or the context for this?
We tried online, and that was like, and then I was like, okay, I'm just gonna post this girl.
Wow, yeah. So post is a real hot contender.
Yeah, that's
because it's just a media that people aren't really used to anymore. So if you can send anything in the post, do it. And then I think absolutely you should tweet about things and assume that no one's going to do a search for you on all the social platforms and find you, especially when your handles are literally your name and you are not private on any of your platforms. So yeah, maybe say something, maybe before you're going to go on a date with somebody, say something about how you've decided to wear a really man-repelling outfit because you're going on a date, and we'll see how that turns out. And then last but not least, absolutely agree to go on a 2-week holiday and then fall out with the person immediately. Boom. Yeah.
I feel like after telling you all of that, we should also tell you that Talkspace is available online for therapy around the clock.
Especially if you've done if any of this feels like a familiar situation, do seek professional help. If you're already seeking that help, we salute you. And don't worry, it's fine. Clearly, we're all doing the same thing. If you haven't done any of those things and you're shocked, appalled, and horrified,
happy for you.
Grow up.
Oh, God.
Okay, well, I think on that note, I don't really know how. We can't top that, can we?
I feel like it's time to go.
Okay, we love you guys, and
have a good week.
Next week. Bye.
Wait. Ooh, rewind the tape.